We see the phenomenal hands there, De La Rosa. It's not easy when the ball's traveling you at the speed that we know that Johns is hitting it.
And honestly, not sure how he returned that that second speed up there from Johns.
Well, we talk about, you know, sometimes keeping the ball in play, you never know when your opponent's going to make an error.
And John's going for the drive there, down the middle. And a quick side out here for De La Rosa and Emmrich.
Annalie going for, you know, her two-handed backhand volley from back there, looking to set up Johns to take the middle. Just missed it.
What did you see there from Annalie?
That speed up worked to her advantage. You know, Annalie's footwork is really, really good. She was looking to even attack after that. She was ready to roll if she needed to. That's something that's important. When you speed the ball up, be ready in case it comes back.
And no good on the drive there from Emmrich. Their lead still at 1 here, super early in game 1. Waters to serve here.
I love it. Waters not afraid to step in front of Johns as he's approaching the net. It's a great opportunity. He's still in motion. She's standing there saying, hit me the ball.
And that overhead there from De La Rosa, so hard to return that. Just gets the wrist, super wristy overhead. Just so much power behind it, so much pop.
It's a great, great, great get. Watch this ATP for Waters. De La Rosa was down and ready to cover the shot.
This is Johns wearing down Emmrich there, just keeping her back.
Pushed her back, exactly, and that's so important to keep opponents back when you can.
Waters had that one in the wheelhouse. Got the two-handed backhand, just ready. Just didn't quite catch it clean.
She was almost too ready. Something I really feel that makes why, you know, Johns and Waters are a great team is they trust and respect each other's games, and I think that's super important when you're playing mixed doubles.
I like that point, Christine. We talked last match about James Ignatowicz and Anna Bright having played together for a while. Waters and Johns have also been playing together for a while, for over a year, and so they know how each other plays. And like you said, that mutual respect, them being the #1 players in the world in their respective disciplines, that certainly helps.
Little unforced error there on Johns.
Seen a couple errors early from both sides, still getting into the rhythm of the match. Case in point, the missed serve there.
As we talked about, you know, that transition from games, from singles to mixed doubles can be big.
And the Ben Johns overhead there, just tough to return that one. You see when you see his paddle go up for that overhead, your life flashes before your eyes.
As good a hands as De La Rosa has, even if Johns is getting ready to hit an overhead at you.
Nice hands there from De La Rosa. Gets it through the middle.
I liked John's focus. He was really, really, really planning to keep her back.
Didn't go for too much on that shot, Christine. It looks like that one was just a bit wide from De La Rosa. Ben Johns cross court. What a shot, what an angle. He just caught De La Rosa and Emmrich kind of frozen there.
When he sneaks over there, his paddle, the way he pulled it, actually looked like he might have shot middle, but that's a little bit of a risky move on Emmrich's part, challenging Johns with the firefight.
And De La Rosa, Emmrich taking a second here. Go over some strategy. What were you saying? Not exactly sure. It looks like Annalie goes for the Ernie, misses it, and then Ben.
Ben had to react. De La Rosa did a great job just keeping that out of her reach.
Waters and Johns leading 6-3 here in game one. Just the topspin there from Johns. It's below the net. We knew you have to get a little bit more topspin on it when we were making contact below the net, but just the way it dipped, not even close to being out.
And you know, he's not hitting that 100 miles an hour. It's just a perfect shot. Had plenty of topspin, just the right pace. Looks like that ball got just a little bit behind him and he pulled it. It was a good leave on Emmrich's part.
And that return wide there from Waters.
Another unforced error. We've seen a fair amount of those in this game so far. People just maybe getting adjusted to the day.
Oh, and Ben Johns with the overhead. Just hit it in the perfect spot. Just really down the middle, in between the two players.
It's a pretty spicy shot. There might have been some smoke and flames coming off of that ball.
And it looks like that one catches Annalie Waters from De La Rosa. Annalie Waters gets her revenge there.
Love her court positioning on that. She anticipated, we talked about knowing what your partner shot. She was moving right as soon as she saw Johns hitting the ball.
And I like the idea there from De La Rosa, trying to keep it low, going cross court. Such a difficult shot though. A nice speed up there from De La Rosa.
Just right into Waters' body. Just jammed her a little bit. Waters likes to reach. He went for it. He went for a lot. He stretched all the way across the court, tried to push it behind John, sent it long. You know, I can't imagine, though, the uphill battle you have going out against these two. You know how dominant they can be.
That's a great play there from De La Rosa. Unafraid to speed it up. He saw Waters backing up a little bit off the kitchen.
And that's a great opportunity to speed it up. Take advantage of pushing her back off the line and stay on her. something I see a lot of in a lot of, you know, rec plays. Players, they'll get somebody in trouble, and instead of staying on them, keeping them back, they'll hit to their partner, let them off the hook. De La Rosa wasn't about to do that.
And that one catching Emmrich from Waters. But you like that play from Waters. She was the aggressor on that one. First going down the line at De La Rosa, then taking the opportunity to go down the middle.
Well, when you can go down the line, push De La Rosa back a little bit, it opens up the court, gives you more opportunities.
And that's a game point saved there from Emmrich and De La Rosa. What a point. Emmrich with the ATP defense from Ben Johns.
Let's see if they can hold off one more. And they did. That's a big deal. There's a quote in a book, page 81. It's always tough to close out the match. It's a Mark Friedenberg book, an old-time pickleball player.
We'll see what De La Rosa and Emmrich can do here, trailing 6-10. Like that play there from Emmrich, not really expecting to see her on the shake and bake, but she gets the two-handed backhand volley. Took advantage of a non-aggressive fourth shot volley there from Johnson Waters.
Emmrich made a great pickup in there to keep them in the rally just a little bit longer. Unfortunately, that rally did not go their way.
De La Rosa just,
there's
that paddlehead speed you see on that flick.
It was a repeat move of what he did earlier. You know, he wanted it back. This time he made the volley.
And they're within two here.
Waters' dink really set that play up. Emmrich popped it up a little bit, made an easy shot for Johns.
That's a nice drop drive there from Annalie Waters, and that's going to close out game one here. Waters and Johns take it 11-8 over Emmrich and De La Rosa. Will be
the official ball of the PPA Tour.
Confidence going in here into game two.
But again, you're also still playing Ben Johns and Annalie Waters. Nice play by there to speed it up at De La Rosa. That's a good take there from John. Seeing Emmrich was on the retreat, takes that one out of the air, the backhand flick down the line.
We talked about that earlier. When you see an opponent in trouble, stay on him.
And the tweener from Annalie Waters does not get the point though, but you gotta respect the creativity.
They caught her a little off guard. I think she was expecting a backhand earlier, and so she had to turn around and make a quick turnaround. You see a little frustration out of Emmrich on that shot she just missed.
And the net, no love there to be found on the net cord. And Johns and Waters with a 3-0 advantage here in game 2. We'll see if they can build it.
Definitely caught her off guard, you know, but it's tough to make a ball when you're in the air, in motion, to keep it in sometimes. Not always easy.
Especially when you're making contact with the Ernie from below the net.
Unforced error, I think, by Johns. Something I'm really trying to keep track of are the unforced errors. And, you know, at this point, Johns and Waters have had a few less than De La Rosa and Emmrich. And unforced errors make a big difference or make or break a game.
A nice shot there from Annalie Waters.
Looks like De La Rosa intentionally thought that was sailing out.
De La Rosa with the put away on the overhead.
So we talk about that. You think he applies a little mustard sauce and then hits it over.
Catches the net on that speed up there, does Waters. Emmrich able to respond, put it away.
Set up there nicely for her. I'm sure she appreciated that. Thank you, net.
It's more like a feed, not really a speed up.
She was sitting on that backhand, waiting on it. She anticipated it well. Watch this.
It's right there with the backhand. What hands there from Daniel De La Rosa. I mean, being able to reset an overhead from Ben Johns like that, not something everyone can do. That's the racquetball background for sure.
But, you know, the ball travels, a racquetball travels so fast that I can't imagine. This ball might look like it's not moving as quickly as it is as a racquetball to De La Rosa.
And speaking of the ball, as another nice point from Emmrich and De La Rosa, players are now playing with the new Vulcan V Pro Flight ball on PPA Tour events. It's their third event playing with it, so players are kind of starting to get used to it.
De La Rosa flattened that out just a little bit too much. Almost looked like a little racquetball shot.
That's a nice slice return there. So difficult to get under it.
I love the return too, because he literally just kind of jogged in after that. He wasn't in a hurry because that slice buys him time to get in.
And Daniel De La Rosa coming alive here in game 2.
That may be that confidence we talked about. They assembled a few things near the end of game 1, and that, you know, that can definitely carry over and make or break game 2.
That'd be second serve here for De La Rosa and Emmrich. We're tied at 3. We'll see if they can gain the advantage here on the serve. And good pressure there from Johns. Just the deep volley doesn't allow the opponents to get in. Locked in at 3-all.
Oh, that was a pretty aggressive move there. He really wanted to earn it, but she kept the ball super low. was a great volley on Emmrich's part. He kind of caught her moving in, but she really got in there, kept the ball out in front, made a good volley.
We talked a ton yesterday, Christine, about the shot before the put away, and the shot before the put away there from Emmrich was that backhand volley that got Ben Johns moving back, and that gave her the overhead that Waters was unable to return.
That was a big come on, and for good reason on that. That looks like it paints the line to me. And you're absolutely right. Something that I think pros are great at. Is setting up the next ball for themselves, right? They're not always looking to go for the put away. They're maybe thinking another shot ahead. What's this shot going to do for me next? Caught Annalee just a few feet behind the kitchen line, making it for a tough volley.
Waters and Johns get the side out there. No, they do get the side out there, and that's a good run from Emmrich and De La Rosa. They now have the lead here in game 2.
That is definitely not something you're looking for, and you know that hurts. You gotta, my heart probably drops a little bit when you do that.
I like the aggressive play there from Waters. Just goes at Emmrich. And they have the lead all of a sudden here, 6-4.
Something I love about Waters' game is she's really good at kind of feeling when to move, when to take the middle, when to really take control. Her timing is impeccable.
And somehow Daniel De La Rosa's paddle ends up on Ben Johns and Annalee Waters' side of the net. Not exactly sure what happened there.
Yes, that would be a kitchen fault. I love the patience he displayed in waiting on that ball to get in his strike zone. It took a tremendous amount of patience. It was a pretty high bounce. Some people would start that shot too soon and miss it long.
That's well done from Johns, just putting a lot of heavy shots there from the kitchen, putting a lot of pressure on De La Rosa and Emmrich, not really letting them get to the kitchen, and just doing that until he got a ball he could take out of the air and just finish the point.
It's really what makes Johns a great player.
Just that patience.
Yes. Confidence can be, look at this, let's see this again. Great finish, but you know, confidence can be such a factor. If you trust all your shots, you don't feel like you need to rush a point. You can take your time and wait on the opportunity to present itself.
Ben Johns there, able to get the speed up back.
We talk about that being a pretty risky strategy against him. Speed up, maybe a little bit too early. I would like to have seen a little more patience out of Emmrich on that. Looks like we're going into a timeout.
Timeout here called by Emmrich and Dale already. Ben Johns to serve. 8-6-1. And that one called out, looked just a bit long from our angle.
Agree, it was a roll volley, just a little bit long.
And Emmrich gets maybe fortunate there, speeds it up at Johns. Looked like he had a good look at it. Unable to convert that one.
I feel like he just missed the sweet spot just a little bit on the paddle. Look at the angle she generates. Watch the angle that she comes off her paddle.
It's so impressive because sometimes when you're switching sides and trying to be aggressive, you're going to hit it with a lot of pace, but the spin there was super impressive. And that right there, just like that, Ben Johns and Lee Waters into the quarterfinals in mixed doubles with an 11-8, 11-6 victory